All right. We're ready. The anglers are ready. They've been fishing hard all day. I hope you guys have been following along on FS1 all day. And the question is, are you guys ready? You ready to see how this all unfolds? All right, that was okay. But I want all these pleasure boaters out here to hear it next time. So let me hear it on 3, how ready you are. On 3, Michigan, let's hear it. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right. Let's bring him up. His second year in the Tackle Warehouse Elite Qualifiers. Come on up, Brett Cannon out of Mississippi. 2-day total of 45.15. 5 in there. You only need 4 pounds and an ounce to take over the lead. I think we're going to have that. 5 fish worth 21 pounds even. There's going to be a 3-day total of 66.15. And Brett Cannon moves into the lead. I think we're going to hear that a lot today with these 10 anglers. We'll get the hot seat set. And there he is, your new leader, Brett Cannon out of Mississippi. Was a Texan last year, but we relocated to Mississippi, and here we are in Michigan with our first top 10 of the season.
Yeah, it feels good to get back and on the right path here this year. It's been a struggle, but this lake is amazing, man. My hands hurt, my back hurts from just I don't know, man. I'm lost for words right now how great this lake is, and can't wait to get back out to the next one.
Well, let's talk about it. I mean, because it sounds like there's plenty of fish, plenty of 2-pounders, 1.5-pounders, but the anglers that figured out that 3.5, 4-pounder average was key to get here to the top 10. How'd you crack that puzzle?
Man, I just put the troll motor down and went as far as I could, and once I found like a 4.5, 5, there was a couple with it. So there was these little zones where I just kept getting bigger bites.
Okay. Well, and the playing field was big. You could have gone all the way into Huron and all the way down into Erie, but did you stay close?
I was about 5 miles, 6 miles from takeoff.
So not too expensive in gas then.
No, 10 gallons.
Thank you. So do you want to recognize?
Just all the support system, my fiance for letting me do this, all my friends, all the partners that support me too, and thank you. See you in the next one.
Sounds good. He's your new leader. Occupy that hot seat. You're not going far. We'll see how long you can stay there. Because this guy is a big hitter. He is fishing well. He started turning around this season at Lake Eufaula. That's what I was talking to him about. He's out of Japan. He's an Elite Series angler and EQ angler. Come on up. Kenta Kimura. 46.5 through his 2 days. 5 in there, Kenta, to unseat Brett. You need 20 pounds, 11 ounces. 21 pounds and 2 ounces, and Kenta Kimura moves into the lead. 1 round of applause for Brett Cannon. Thank you, sir. Great job this week. And Kenta Kimura says hello to the lead. 3-day total of 67 pounds, 7 ounces. Again, this place is amazing, just the weight it pushes out all 3 days. There you go. Let's hear for your new leader, Kenta Kimura. Oh, what a special place this place is, Kenta.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy to say I had a tough day, but, I give almost 3/4 of the day trying to find a new group of fish because I feel like I needed 25 plus to win this thing, but unfortunately I couldn't find it. But, I'm still happy with it. Take top 10, and, whatever happened, I'll just take it.
How'd you catch them?
I kind of muscle my fish on the tube like we used to do. I mean, everybody kind of forget how to do the tube, but, when in the practice, my partner caught one on tube, so I figured, a lot of fish we seen it on forward facing sonar is, just suspending, but I didn't realize how many fish stuck on the bottom, so, I just kind of fishing half of the time.
And how many fish do you think you were catching a day?
Not very many today, I'll be honest with you. I probably got 10 fish, but not much for here. Here in this lake, you got to go for probably 30 fish a day. So.
And you were in this lake too. You didn't go to any of the other lakes, right?
No, I mean, obviously I was wanted to go to Ely first 2 days, but in the first day weather, I can think about it. So I just pulled in the first of my spot. I caught a 5.5 pounder on a fast cast. So I decided to stay 3 days.
Good job. He is in the lead. Let's hear for Kenta Kimura out of Japan. Don't go anywhere, Kenta. You got to stay in that hot seat, and we'll see how long you last. All right, he calls Florida home. First top 10 of the season so far. Come on up, Mr. Blake Smith. Had a big bag yesterday, over 24 pounds. His 2-day total was 46.8, 5 in the bag. He needs 21 even to unseat Kenta, looking for 21 even. He's got it, 23 pounds and 10 ounces. And Blake Smith moves into the lead. Round of applause for Kenta Kimura. Blake Smith's 3-day total, 70 pounds. He cracked a 70-pound mark through 3 days of fishing. 70 pounds and 2 ounces for the Lakeland, Florida Pro. And say hello to your new leader here, Michigan. Let's get loud for him, Mr. Blake Smith. You know, I enjoyed watching you today because every time you'd set the hook and it'd be on live, you just looked like you were having a ball out there.
Man, I had a ball, and it's like emotional. Like, I got so happy, and then I got so sad, and then so happy again, and then sad, and happy, and sad, and sad. It was an amazing day, though. I mean, I don't know if y'all got to watch that, but that Phoenix Feather Series rod, did y'all get to see that today when I buried into them? And it just is awesome. So check those out, the Phoenix Feather Series. Also, you know, I've got to say it. I have put those amped batteries to the test this week. I mean, I have kept that trolling motor on like 9 the entire week. I'm pretty confident from start day 1 of practice to here, just trying to break this way down. Last time I was here, I had a 16-pound bag and an 18-pound bag, and I said, not this time. You know, so we prayed harder than we did last time I think we were here, and caught a lot more, caught a lot of good fish. Stayed really close. Y'all got such an amazing fishery. It's a beautiful fishery. These fish are healthy and vibrant, and they eat just about anything, and they want to take the rods out of your hand. And, man, it was awesome. I mean, it was absolutely awesome. Got to fish a lot with a scope shad this week, you know, just kind of Demiki style, you know, dropping it on their head and casting. If I could get them at a long cast, I could definitely do some damage. Today was a little bit different. Had a few that I lost that I left out there that I wish I could have brought back. But you know what? Super thankful. And we had a great week of ministry as we have all year long. And I am so excited within the next 2 days. I get to see some beautiful ladies who are on that phone right there and get back to Lakeland, Florida and get ready for ICAST, where we got a bunch of new baits coming out. So.
Well, I've been waiting for a top 10. I'm glad you're finally here because I always want to thank you on behalf of B.A.S.S. What he mentioned very quickly that some of you might not realize is everywhere we go, Blake is also organizing what they call legacy nights. They have Sunday morning Bible studies. They have a focus meeting before our registration each week. So he's not just prepping for a tournament. He's organizing all this stuff too. And on behalf of B.A.S.S., we thank you for that because I know it can be a distraction to the fishing tournaments. But, again, thank you for that. And if you're close by and Blake's in the tournament, pay attention to his stuff because there's all kind of things he has planned at each tournament.
Yeah, I've also got to thank my friends. I got the best friends in the world. Yeah, thank y'all so much for they were out there screaming and yelling for me, and then I don't know what Dylan was saying, but it was awesome, you know, just to get to see them. You know, thank y'all so much for coming out and watching me, and it encourages me, it promotes me. You know, I'm here for the ministry, but also good to catch bass too.
I got to say this. You said you were going to shave it off, but when we talked earlier this week, he says he always catches smallmouth when he has a mustache, and you said you were going to get rid of it next week, but I don't think you can now.
And there's smallmouth at Leech Lake?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Right, we'll see what happens.
Let's hear it for your new leader, Blake Smith, out of Lakeland, Florida. 70 pounds and 2 ounces. Have a seat. We put it out in the sun early to make sure it was good and hot. Yeah. Yep, there you go. It's not supposed to be comfortable. All right, this next angler, this is his second top 10 in a row, unofficially in 5th place in the Tackle Warehouse EQ points. Come on up out of Emory, Texas, Jack York. Fishing very well right now. Again, 2 top 10s in a row. 46-10 through his 2 days. 5 in the bag. 23-9 would put him in the hot seat, looking for 23-9. 21 pounds and 5 ounces. Jack York moves into 2nd place. 3-day total of 67 pounds and 15 ounces. And for the second event in a row, he's going to find himself inside the top 10. And again, unofficially 5th place in those EQ points. Let's hear for Jack York all the way to 2nd. You know, I'm just making an assumption, but I think if we were mapping out the season at the beginning of the year, all the way back in the fall when we kind of started locking it in, you would have thought, okay, I got to get it done during the southern part, and then when we go north, kind of survive. But it kind of seems like we're maybe flipping the script there a little bit.
No doubt, man. I had a tough start at Okeechobee. Really didn't expect this week, but super happy for it. Such a blessing, but happy to be here.
How'd you get it done?
Man, honestly, I put the trolling motor down right out there in Anchor Bay and did not pick it up until it was time to come in. So hit as many dots in a day as I could, and that's kind of all I did.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like it really doesn't matter. Based off what I saw and how I saw the spread of anglers today, it doesn't really matter where you go. It seems like there's fish just everywhere.
100%, man. This place is full of them.
Key lures?
6-inch party minnow, caught about 90% of everything I weighed on it. Super cool little smallmouth bait that Corey Johnston actually designed. So,
thank you.
All my sponsors, my family, everybody back home reaching out. Can't say thanks enough.
Top 5 in the points. We're sitting pretty good.
For sure, man. Let's keep it rolling at Leech.
I'll see you in upstate Minnesota in about a month. Let's hear for Jack York. Good job. 2nd place, 67-15 through his 2 days. All right, here comes our next angler. He's a 2-time college bracket qualifier out of Missouri. He went to school in Illinois. Come on up, Mr. Trey Schroeder. Two-day total, 46-11. First top 10 in the Opens this year right here. To unseat Blake, you need 23-8. Again, looking for 23-8. 24 pounds and 5 ounces, and Trey Schroeder moves into the lead. Round of applause for Blake Smith. Nice tournament, Blake. And we will say hello to our new leader. Again, a 3-day total of 71 pounds even for Trey Schroeder. That has him in the lead, anchored by this 24-pound, 5-ounce bag today. Let's give him a round of applause. So did you think it was going to take 71 to get into the top 10 this week?
Not a chance, man. I thought it would have taken 20 a day to cut a check, and that wasn't even close.
Place showed off this week.
Yeah, man, it showed its teeth a little bit the first day of the Derby, but this place is showing out, and it is such a blast. I mean, you could run 18 miles that way and catch a fish. You could run 30 miles that way and catch a fish. It doesn't matter.
It's crazy. I watched you today. Unfortunately, it was a fish you lost, but he literally set that rod down, picked it up, and caught a 5-pounder at the very next drop.
Yeah, you know, it's easy to get down and in your head and stuff, but it's fishing. It's all you can do is make another cast.
What was so crazy is how many big ones were swimming around you, and that you could literally do that. You know, a lot of places we go, you miss a big fish. That's a huge opportunity that you miss, but you turned around and capitalized on the next one and caught a big one right there less than a minute later.
Yeah, that place, I'm calling it Jurassic Park right now because it's got them swimming around in it, and there's a few dinos out there.
So keys to this week, how'd you catch them? How'd you figure it out?
You know, this week I caught most of them on a drop shot, but they kind of stopped eating it late in the week. So today I made an adjustment, threw a minnow a little bit around 9 o'clock, and I never set it down.
Nice. Well, you've had a successful run in the college series, and now we're off and rolling in the EQs, and you've got you a top 10. Who do you want to say hi or thanks to getting you here?
I want to say hi and thanks to all my sponsors and my family, everyone watching back home. Thank you so much. Ionic, Amped, Waterland, 6 Cents, all huge players. Thank you guys so much. Thrilled to be here.
First time as a top 10 and the first time have a seat in that hot seat, and that means you're leading the tournament. Nice job by Trey Schroeder. The unfortunate news is you see who's right behind you, Trey. Yeah. I mean, he just held a blue trophy about a week ago.
Yeah, he's a scary dude.
He is, and we know he's very good at catching those smallmouth. Let's bring him up. He was a champion just a couple of weeks back from Japan. Taku Ito, step up. 47.5 through his 2 days. 23.12 puts him in that hot seat, looking for 23.12. 22 pounds and 15 ounces up to second place for Taku Ito. 70 pounds and 4 ounces is going to be his 3-day total. And Trey Schroeder survives a bullet there. A very big bullet because Taku has won on the Elite Series in smallmouth land before. And let's hear for him. Second place right now. You've had a fun couple of 3 weeks here.
Oh, yeah. So it's I won the Smith Lake, so it's so happy. But I like, so Smith Lake is my favorite spotted bass in the world. But Lake St. Clair, my favorite, so most favorite smallmouth fishing field. So looks like I like Lake Ontario, but my favorite is here. So always many fish, and I use a forward facing sonar, and I found a fish, and I caught a bunch of fish. So very, very awesome lake. So next week I will go to the ICAST. Then after I go back here, and 1 week I fishing here.
You may have some buddies who want to go fishing with you.
Oh yeah, let's go. So we go fishing with me. So and so today the pretty so. Boat traffic, it's very hard, but always Skeeter Yamaha is a very, very, so boat, I can fish in the concentrate fishing, so usually it's so very hard to fishing, but Skeeter always, so border, I can fish in the very, very concentrate, so that's awesome.
Well, and they talked about it on live. When you won the first year, you kind of babied the fish a little bit, let them play a little bit longer. You gotten stronger now. You bring them in faster.
Oh yeah, so I tried today. So I tried to so focus a big fish, and I catch a bunch of so couple 4-pounder, 5-pounder. It's so fun. So I try to more powerful. So I always so work out. So hopefully, so blue trophy and open trophy easy to hold up. So I want.
There we go. Let's hear from him. Taku Ito, good luck. We will see you in New York. Watch out. He is always a threat up north. And, I mean, you know who you just survived.
Yeah.
Let's get that hot mic figured out a little bit. Yeah, that was a big bullet.
Yeah, that was huge. I think we could have made things a little interesting today.
Yep. But now, some more back there.
Bring on Brucey.
Yeah, let's bring him up. We talked about him. He was an EQ angler last year, now a Division III angler, and he had a special day out on the water out of Canada. Come on up, Jamie Bruce. 2-day total of 47.11. To unseat Trey Schroeder, you need 23.6. 23 pounds, 15 ounces. New leader, Jamie Bruce. 3-day total of 71.10. Round of applause for Trey Schroeder. Going to have a great finish this week. And say hello to the lead, Mr. Jamie Bruce out of Canada with 71.10. Well, we put all our chips in the Division III basket, and pretty successful run here at the start of this division.
Yeah, I need a new lawnmower, so Ashley told me I could fish three of the opens instead of 9 after just missing last year. I had 3 big ones jump off in Florida. Any one of those would have put me in, but we had our beautiful boy Bowen a few months later, and I couldn't imagine being away the first year. So I'll definitely take the compromise. It's still a huge weight on her and all the family back at home, so I'm going to have to treat them extra special for the next while.
Special week. We did have some drama, unfortunately, at your expense today. We had a 5-pounder kind of go airborne in your grips, but you rebounded and you got right back up there and caught another one, but that one looked pretty big.
Hey, man, I've been through, myself and my family have been through a lot in this world, and losing a bass on the 3rd day of a Bassmaster Open we'll be all right.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, yeah, exactly. That's what we're talking about. But let's talk about the fishing. How'd you get it done this week? What were the keys to your success?
Man, I'm not very smart. I started in Anchor Bay, caught 20 pounds, and ran over to the homeland and caught nothing over in Mitchell's Bay. I got to give a shout out to my buddies, Derek and Paul over in Mitchell Bay. I was staying with them, but thought I was going to be able to get her done kind of on my own over there, and they were just ghosts. Came back here and tuned up the bag a little bit, but yesterday I needed a big climb and just put her down and ran those powerhouses to the ground, and the old big lund, the big green lund, was Ninja Turtling all over the bay.
Yeah, it was awesome to watch you today and this whole week, and glad to see you again. All right, so thank you. It's got a lot of folks on there. We've had a successful year already. You ran down to Eufaula, Alabama, qualified for the Nation Championship. That's Grand Lake in November. We still have 2 opens left, so you still got a lot of fishing left.
Yeah. I'm ready to go. I've been thinking lots about it, and actually at Eufaula, my wife called me right after you handed me the check, and the baby came a month early, so I drove straight, made it. So that was a special one. We got that Grand Lake deal in the fall. But I got to shout out, if you didn't watch live today, we took him to Crush City the last few days. I've got a sneaky little mooch minnow that I think is coming out at ICAST. Everyone's heard about that. But there's a Canada exclusive, the Jerk. You can buy it in Canada, but they don't sell it in the U.S. So hop on Lake of the Woods Sports, check that out. And, Smeltinator Jighead's weird.
Have a seat in the hot seat. Jamie Bruce, let's hear for him, and we'll see how long he can last. 71.10. These weights are crazy what they're trying to get to. All right. This next one may have a few fans for him. He is, we'll talk about it in a minute, a Team of the Year for this year in the College Series. He graduated in December. He calls Rochester Hills home. Let's welcome to the stage Aaron Jackfield. Step on up. 2-day total of 49.4, 5 in the bag. To unseat Jamie, you need 22.7. Looking for 22.7. 22 pounds and 8 ounces. He got it by an ounce. And Aaron Jackfield moves into the lead. Round of applause for Jamie Bruce. Great event this week. And say hello, Adrian College, to your graduated alumni. He is in the lead now with 71.12. Not bad to jump in your open for the first time as a boater and be in the lead with just 3 left.
Dude, it's crazy. I'm speechless right now. Honestly, it's been such a fun week, and, just to be in this position, I don't know. It's awesome.
How'd you get it done?
I went over to Canada this week, and literally the first day of practice, put my trolling motor in the water, and my first fish was a 560. Wow. And I just kept scoping around, and I was just like, wow, man, this could happen this week. Practice was awesome. Key baits for me this week, I caught majority of my big fish on the Crush City freeloader on a 3/8 ounce VMC hybrid jig head. And then today I made a little adjustment because my fish were actually gone. So I ended up having to come to the U.S. and just kind of scrapped everything and managed to catch that. And that was all on a drop shot. So.
Well, you've had a successful run. We'll talk about that a little bit. So we redesigned the college series where there's 2 divisions, a lot like the Opens now, and then we have a team of the year in each division, and you and your partner are team of the year for the Legends Tour. I think you guys went to Sam Rayburn, to Saginaw Bay, and I'm missing on the third one.
Yeah, we went to it was Murray, Kentucky, and Saginaw Bay.
That's it. Those were the 3. Punched your ticket to the college bracket, so you've got a shot to get to the Classic that way. That is the ultimate prize of the college series. Again, Trevor McKinney, we'll talk about that. He won the college bracket, punched his way to the Classic that way, and so you've got that route. But now these Opens seem to be doing okay for you too.
Dude, yeah, it's awesome. I'm just speechless about it. I can't believe I'm here on Saturday fishing against these guys. Like, it's incredible.
You got a lot of fans out there, and I think some back home too. So who do you want to say higher thanks to?
Yeah, I want to say thanks to my parents. They're awesome. They support me with everything. And then I want to say shout out to the boys for coming out today. Appreciate you guys a lot. You guys mean a lot to me, so I wouldn't be here without any of you guys. So
that's awesome. We'll take that hot seat. We'll see how long you last. Maybe all the way till the end. Adrian College, one of the colleges out there that offers scholarships, in case you're wondering. These guys get scholarships to be on the fishing team. Awesome stuff. All right, the unfortunate news. The great news is you're here right now. The unfortunate news is you got a pretty big smallmouth hammer right behind you.
Yeah, let's get it over with.
We don't know. I mean, you just dropped a 24-pound bag right here, you know. He has won on the Elite Series before, downriver from here a little ways towards the Clayton, New York area. But let's see what he's got. You ready? All right, let's welcome him up. He is from Wisconsin, a Bassmaster Elite Series angler, Shakur. Step on up. Great start to the event. 49.4 through his 2 days of fishing. 5 in the bag. If it's more than 22.9, you will take over the hot seat looking for 22.9. 26 pounds and an ounce, and Shakur moves into the lead. Listen to this. 3-day total of 75 pounds and 5 ounces, a 25-pound average. That is on pace to break 100 pounds if this was a 4-day tournament, and he is your new leader. And again, his 4th top 10 in a row. And, boy, we've got the wheels rolling the right direction right now.
Man, what can I say? I love Lake St. Clair. Last year for the Elite Series, I missed the top 10 by 1 ounce, so I kind of had a vengeance out here. I really wanted to do well. So after practice, I really didn't think I could win with the fish I was on. It was kind of slow. Started putting some things together, and that's when it finally clicked. It was actually yesterday afternoon when I started catching them on a baby Z2. So originally I was catching my fish on a drop shot, primarily strictly drop shotting a baby Z2. When I switched over to a Demiki rig with a Smeltinator head on it, 1/4 ounce, that's when I started whacking them. The fish just got really educated to that drop shot, and you had to hover something above their heads. Another key this week was basically fishing 1/4 mile sections. So I had 3 different 1/4 mile sections in Anchor Bay that I ended up finding, throughout the entire tournament. And that's just places that held bigger fish. I had to rotate them throughout the entire day. They look at my bait so much, man. It was so frustrating. But finally, I'd connect with one. There were certain time windows. It was an hour time window when they would connect with that baby Z2.
Nice. Crazy. So last year, and kind of the previews, they were thinking 20, 21, maybe 22. Maybe we'd see somebody get 24, 25 day one, but not like this. Not a 25-pound average through 3 days. But it seems like from last year to now, these fish have found them some kind of Vegas buffet. They seem a little bit healthier this time.
It seems like every smallmouth fishery in the U.S. right now, it just gets better and better and better every year. The fish just keep getting bigger and bigger. I don't know. They're not dying. They just keep getting bigger, eating more crayfish, herring, whatever they're eating out here. A lot of perch. They spit up a couple perch. But I have so many people to thank. Whitewater is right here in Michigan. They're out here cheering me on, my title sponsor, and all the equipment I use this week, the Live Scope, the Dakota Lithium batteries. Strike King Baby Z2 was the MVP of the week, obviously, that color in Arkansas Shiner. And then rod and reel setups, just a 7-foot Mark Zona Signature Series. Reel them suckers to the boat as fast as I could without trying to break off. It was kind of tough sometimes because they took some digs on me, and I did have some heartbreaks, but obviously still had a good day.
Have a seat. We'll see how long you last. He's your new leader. Let's hear it for Shakur. All right, can we get Mike? Will you go around and grab Trevor's bag of fish? Okay, so what we do here at the Opens, we're going to get our leader up here, but we're not going to weigh him in yet. We want to give him a chance to thank his sponsors, talk about his week, and then it's going to get crazy here in a minute. So we're going to hold his fish. Let's bring him up. He has gone wire to wire so far. Trevor McKinney. Let's bring him up from Illinois. He's a former college bracket champion. Punched his ticket. He's been to the Classic before and an EQ angler now, and it's been a special week this week, Trevor.
Yeah, it's been an amazing week. I think I'm going to make Lake St. Clair home every summer from now on. So I'll be coming back for sure. But this place is amazing. There's so many 4 and 5 pound smallmouth. And I think we all knew everybody was going to catch them, but I don't think we thought they were going to catch them this good. This has been unbelievable for sure.
You still have the biggest bag of the tournament so far at 27 pounds and 12 ounces, just 4 ounces shy of 28 pounds. What was the keys this week to find those larger fish?
Yeah, I've been catching all my fish on it's a bait that's going to be released at ICAST. It's the 2.5 Crush City Mare, and it's just an incredible smallmouth bait. Like Jay, I was throwing it right over their head, and it's honestly the first bait I picked up when I got here, and I never threw anything else. I weighed all 15 of my smallmouth on the Mare, throwing it on a 1/4 ounce VMC tungsten new red line Ned or swim bait head. So that's how I caught all of my fish. I was just live scoping. I put, like everyone else, put the troll motor down in Anchor Bay and just went on 100, ran my X2 batteries till they were almost dead, and probably covered 10 miles every day.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Jay, you ready? All right, you step up right here. Trevor, go get him, and let's see how it's all going to go down. He has gone wire to wire to this point. His 2-day total is 49 pounds and 15 ounces. Let's welcome him to the stage out of Illinois, Mr. Trevor McKinney. 5 in the bag. 25-7 to unseat Jay. If it's anything lighter than that, it is Mr. Shakur. It's looking for 25-7. 21 pounds and 9 ounces. That means Jay Shakur is going to be your champion. We'll grab a picture real quick, Trevor, with your 2 fish. And Jay Shakur, the Bassmaster Elite Series angler, is going to punch his ticket to the 2025 Bassmaster Classic. And there you go. Let's hear it for Trevor McKinney. Going to be a great finish for him. Going to walk off in 4th place. We'll get Josh up here with the hardware. Thanks, Trevor. Step on over, Jay. And that takes a little bit of pressure off rolling into these final 2 elite events.
Yeah, it really does. Wow. I'm kind of speechless. I've won 2 of these as a co-angler, so to win one as a boater is really special. This is where I got my start, fishing the Opens, fishing against all these guys. These are all great guys fishing the Opens, especially on smallmouth. This can't get any better.
And I was going to say one other question, because you like you said, you come through the co-angler side of the boater side, qualified for the elites, and moved on to the elites. But the one thing about this open field, they're not going to give it to you.
No, these guys are hammers. Every day, like, I had to keep up. I had to stay on a 25-pound average on St. Clair. That's almost unheard of for the month of June right after the spawn. So, yeah, I'm a little bit speechless about this, not going to lie.
Well, you definitely earned it. Let's get Josh up here from St. Croix Rods in Michigan. I need you to go loud for your champion, a 3-day total of 75 pounds and 5 ounces out of Wisconsin. It's Jay Shakur going to be taking on the trophy. $49,000, $192. Hold that trophy high, and let's hear it for your champion this week here on a very magical Lake St. Clair. Again, Lake St. Clair and Macomb, Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. You guys have been fantastic here at Harley Ensign. We could not have done it without you. And there you go. That's going home with you. We got 2 more to go, Leech Lake and La Crosse here with the Opens, and then you got Champlain and Waddington. So a little bit of fishing left.
A little bit of fishing left. Both smallmouth tournaments, so looking forward to that. I got to give a big thanks to my travel partner there, Alex Redwine. He did well in this tournament as well. We share a lot of information together. Put our heads together to catch some big smallmouth. So a huge shout out to him. Huge shout out to everybody watching back home, my entire family, all my friends, all the fishing freaks back in Wisconsin. I know they're at home cheering me on right now, so this is pretty special.
Good job, Jay. One more round of applause for him. Go celebrate. Let's get 2nd place up here. Aaron Jackfield, your Adrian College angler, taking home $19,677. Bring it on up, 71-12 through his 3 days of fishing. We'll get Josh over here again. Step over there, Aaron. Get you hardware. There you go. And all right, Adrian, I know you're proud of him. Let's hear it for Aaron one time. 2nd place. And $19,677. Any final words?
No, I'm pretty speechless right now. I don't know what to say.
Seth didn't make it out, did he? Borton, is he here? Yeah, but we make sure that I asked if he was here, and disappointed he's not. But, again, great job representing the college ranks and taking that next step to the Opens.
Yep, I'm super excited. Hopefully be fishing some more of these in the future. I'm looking forward to it. So
I got a feeling you will. One more round of applause for Aaron Jackfield. Nice job. And third place out of Ontario, Canada. Come on up, Mr. Jamie Bruce. Going to be taking home $14,758 back to the house. And some hardware. Let's hear for Jamie Bruce. Again, a great event. Any final words?
Yeah, I just made that kid $5,600 by weighing in a flip clip on the first day. So you're welcome, bud. You can buy me a beer.
Yeah, I don't think we want a kid buying you beer, but something.
Nah, we'll figure it out. See you soon, hon.
Thanks, Jamie. Good job. Great seeing you, sir. And that is going to wrap us up. Michigan, you have been great. Here's how they finally finished up at the end. Trevor McKinney going to be finishing in fourth place. $13,744. Fifth place is Trey Schroeder, $12,790. Sixth place, Taku Ito, $11,806. Seventh place, Blake Smith, $10,822. And 8th through 10th place, $9,838. That's going to be Jack York, Kenta Kimura, and Brett Cannon. Our next stop for the St. Croix Bassmaster Opens is August 22nd in Leech Lake, Minnesota. Walker, Minnesota, to be specific. That's stop number 2 for this division number 3. Our Elite Series gets rocking and rolling again at Lake Champlain in early August. We still got a lot of fishing left. But until then, Michigan, you have been great. Lake St. Clair, you never disappoint. You always exceed expectations. I can promise you we will be back. Huge shout-out to the Bass staff, the production crew for bringing you FS1 Live today. Everybody back in Little Rock, everybody back in Birmingham, you are fantastic. Until then, we will see you guys in Minnesota.